Trump is trying to expand immigration detention far above 100,000 beds.
I'm defending due process, that everybody that steps foot on this soil has a right to a jury of their peers, have the right to face their accusers, have a right to contend their confinement in any jail or prison.
Private detention facilities are worried about their bottom line. Profits are really their goal, and that differs from public facilities.
There has been an increase of anxiety and fear, especially like with the undocumented community, the immigrant community in general.
They put prisons where they don't think people will fight back. They come to Baldwin because it's small, because it's rural.
I think it's going to be good for the economy here.
It's not just happening in border towns or border states. The detentions and the violation of rights is also happening here.
I'm incredibly supportive of the effort to round up all those folks that came across the border illegally and send them back where they came from.
Families are being affected all over the country.
We must stand up to King Trump. We have to stand against his immigration policies, which are cruel.
ICE out of Jersey! ICE out of Jersey!
As for these cowardly commissioners, we have to stand up and come again and again and again as long as it takes.
No fear! Immigrants are welcome here!
We cannot work because we're scared. We cannot take the kids to the school. This country is made by immigrants. Not only just now, 2-3 years, 100 years ago. This is what we don't want it. No more jails in this town.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Nancy, pertenezco a la organización Made in New Jersey. Soy residente del condado de Union por más de 20 años y soy inmigrante y madre de 3 hijos. Nos sentimos indignados a la posibilidad de que el condado de Union quiere hacer negocios con ICE para hacer una nueva cárcel en nuestra comunidad y en nuestra ciudad donde crecieron mis hijos, estudiaron y trabajamos día a día. O queremos que los comisionados se comprometan públicamente a no hacer negocios con ICE.
If you restrict the sale so that you're not obligated to pick the highest bidder, so that land will never be used for mass incarceration and instead can only be used for housing, small businesses, job training, and other purposes, then you have the opportunity to actually consider serious proposals.
So this is ICE in America at this time. They're actively harming people. Can any of you commit at the end of this meeting to us, to the community, that you will not allow for this sale to go to an ICE detention company?
The police, because the police is there, so they arrest them and go.
When Trump won the day after,
There has been a significant increase in ICE presence in Newark and Elizabeth. ICE vans coming into our neighborhoods, ICE agents going into buildings. Most of the community members are undocumented, are people of color. So that has increased a lot of anxiety in our communities.
La preocupación es que digamos que del presidente Trump que está deportando gente buena. Digamos, si cayó aquí en este momento, sabemos que aquí todos los que estamos aquí somos tranquilos. y tal vez vengan por uno que no se lo conoce y van a llevar más. Esa es la preocupación de todo mundo que llevan gente inocente, ¿ya? Que llevan gente inocente que no tiene culpa, ¿no?, de lo que hace otro.
With all these fears and all the anxieties, people is still showing up to our community meetings. People are still showing up to some protests, not all, but some.
We should be welcoming the stranger, not locking them up. Geo groups have this terrible history. All private prisons do, because what they're chasing is profit. They're not caring for people. And that's just a dangerous situation to be in when people are locked away in places where people don't know where they are and can't advocate for them easily. And they can't advocate for themselves easily either.
The land of immigrants is a fable we tell ourselves. I think we've always viewed others and kept others out. We pick the people we don't like, and I think this is just a continuation of that.
Everyone's aware that the Trump administration is extremely aggressive when it comes to immigration law, when it comes to detaining people, deporting people. Delaney Hall reopening is devastating because it increases the number of detention beds in the state. And we know that when there are more detention beds, there's more immigration enforcement. One of the major concerns with Delaney Hall is where it's placed. It is in a heavily polluted area within Newark, which inevitably will impact the health of people held there. The area that Delaney Hall is located is deemed an I-3 heavy machinery area. So you get the sense of what we're talking about here. It's clearly unsafe for there to be living beings in an I-3 heavy industrial area.
Yeah, we ramped up operations. Obviously, the law has been the same for many years, but each administration prioritizes different cases. If you're here illegally and you're committing crimes, I don't know why some people think it's okay. You're allowed to protest, but why are you protesting? There is a legal system. If everybody takes advantage of the legal system and circumvents that process, it becomes chaotic.
No hate, no fear. We want ICE out of here. No hate, no fear. We want ICE out of here. This fight cannot go without organized people and organized money. So we ask if you are able to do any type of fundraising for.
We know that we're going to have to tackle these detention center profiting machine, but it's become a system. It's not just now. It's just now developing more because we're attacking immigrant communities.
Baldwin is a wonderful area. It's been nothing but good for a lot of people. I am a Lake County resident, have been for 54 years. We are considered a little bit on the lower income side of the state, but the North Lake facility opening up again, I think it's going to be good for the economy here. Hopefully it'll help with our housing. We can get more houses built, more people to the area. I just hope they stay open and it goes on for a while. I truly do, because we have had issues with it closing 4 different times, and that hurts the economy just as much as reopening it helps us start all over again.
Industry is very limited in Lake County. Lake County is really known for their tourism. There's ORV trails, Troutorama. There's the Pure Marquette River where they'll do a lot of fishing. Michigan Works West Central is an organization that serves both job seekers and employers. We help all employers the same if they're hiring, regardless of the industry they're in or the reputation of the company. There's just a lot of opportunity to bring more money in with employees coming into GEO every day. We know if there's locals, they're either very interested in GEO or they're not interested at all.
You have a sense of ethics? You have a sense of ethics? These are concentration camp jobs!
The way I've always approached it is even if an individual is employed for a year or two making a high wage, it's better than sitting at home and not making a wage at all. Or maybe waiting tables or being a bartender and making $10, $12, $15 an hour. So I think it's going to have a huge impact not only on the employees, but the neighboring businesses.
We always want more jobs. We want sustainable jobs. We want jobs that are going to pay and give benefits too. You know, not everybody wants to work at the convenience store for the rest of their life. You know, that's mainly a lot of the stuff we have around here. The general concern is always the sustainability. And most people are like, yeah, it'll be gone in no time. It won't be here that long.
I think everybody in the area has some mixed feelings about it. I think we're excited for the growth. But I think the up and down of the facility, the opening and the closing has taken its toll on the community over the years. We saw almost a 15% loss in our to-go orders just from the facility closing. There's a lot of people that are for it. I know that it would do a lot of good for our community. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that are against it too. Just that opening and closing of the facility, and then people having to reestablish after years of working there. I think the protests don't exactly show the way that we feel here personally.
We want to increase public awareness of what GEO is and what's been happening with immigrants being swept off the street with no due process. And those are the people that are ending up in these prisons. Is that what we want in our community? I mean, it's a carceral community that holds the town hostage. They're in a hard situation, and I get it. I get when you don't have jobs, what do? We want the people of Baldwin to know that we're here for them.
There's more to this town than just a fight with a CoreCivic facility. It's the oldest town in the state of Kansas. So we have a lot of historic value here in a community that really cares about the city of Leavenworth and the town and how it grows and prospers. We're obviously known as a prison town. We've got the federal institution here, plus the state penitentiary and then the Lansing Penitentiary, as well as the now inactive CoreCivic facility. Our development regulations state that in an industrial zone, which is what that facility is zoned, you need to have a special use permit to open a private prison. They applied for that special use permit, and then within about a few weeks, they notified us of their intent to withdraw it because they believed they didn't need one and that they had a right to open. We disagreed. A lot of the conversation that we hear is over the Trump administration or over immigration or ICE or even private prisons themselves, for-profit corporations, things like that. None of that is a statement that the City Commission is trying to make here. They are really just fighting for CoreCivic to go through the special use permit process and make it as transparent as possible. We know what a good prison looks like and how it's operated, which is one of the reasons why we have concerns with CoreCivics when the last time they were opened.
I'm the organizing and policy coordinator here for the Office of Justice, Peace, and Integrity Creation of the Sisters of Charity of Leavenworth. Having a nice detention facility here in our town is not something that many of the residents want. You see a lot of people also looking at it from the human dignity perspective, and I think that's the most important lens to look through. We're taking away people's rights and we're taking away their humanity, and I don't want to live in a city that's complicit with that.
I'm a community member, I'm a concerned citizen, and I'm also a volunteer. We need to fight with Leavenworth, and Leavenworth can't feel alone on this, and this is why I wanted something like this to get organized. That way people know what to do or how they can get involved if they want to get involved. CoreCivic clearly dropped the ball the first time they were here. They dropped the ball at the risk of not only their employees but their inmates, the people that they were placed in charge to take care of. I wouldn't feel safe if somebody told me that a friend, a family member, an inmate ended up at a CoreCivic facility. I wouldn't.
Since that facility's been closed, 144 jobs in our community went away. When they reopen the facility, they're planning to hire 300 people. I absolutely reject what the city government is doing to try to block this. I don't think it has anything to do with ordinances or statutes or economics. It is 100%. They don't like Donald Trump, and they want to do anything they can in their little corner of the world to stop him from solving the immigration problem. I have, with this administration, very high confidence that ICE and DHS are going to be operating in the best interests of the people of Kansas, the people of Leavenworth, people of the United States, unlike under the previous administration. And so I'm incredibly supportive of the effort to round up all those folks that came across the border illegally and send them back where they came from.
We coming for work, make future.
Coast to coast, when one of us is under attack, we're all under attack.
But we still keep fighting.
The immigrants that they want to put into these detention centers, they're humans too, and they don't deserve to be treated as less than.
Everyone is entitled to due process.
I would like to see an end to the immigrant detention.
I think there's a good share of people that will say it's going to be a good thing, and a good share that's going to say it's not.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Whether you're on one side or the other, people are going to have the courage to speak up and be passionate.
If somebody has come into this country illegally, they've committed a crime, and they need to go back where they came from and do it the right way if they want to come to America.